Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here, and welcome back to another weekly live stream where, yes, it's pretty much been confirmed that we are getting a Beast Wars Combiner. So we're going to be looking back at it again. We covered it in our last stream. I'm not going to brag, but I got it right again. I'm not going to lie. I get these things right. And so yeah, it has been confirmed. Even though on that, I was a bit unsure. So I still think we'll see Fossil. I really do. I still think we'll see Headmasters. But yeah, I think I've got that one in the bag. Another prediction well made. So we'll be talking a bit about that. We'll also be going through the top underrated bots video. Not going to give anything away who comes first, but we'll be talking a bit about that and a few surprises that I surprised because don't forget it's you guys that voted for that. I didn't vote for that. It was in my server, totally, out of my hands, and you guys decided. So there's a few in there that I don't agree with. We'll be talking about that. A few that I do agree with, and had a bit of a chat about that as well. I've also had a totally new base design that I've not trialed yet. It's I tried it myself and found it really hard. And I'm actually on base defense on our current war. So hopefully we can go and have a look at that as well and see how my base is holding up. And I'll tell you the idea behind it and why we're seeing a lot more of these bases in the meta and why people are making these sort of bases. Cool. Okay, so let's see who we've got in the chat. So yes, Crusher 11 you was first. How's it going? We've got Jazz, Bruticus 99, Megabomb 02, Sky Cutshow, Tuckmaster G, Chris Lewis. Oh, actually, I just want to give a big shout out. I think Christopher Lewis actually tipped for $20 while we're off stream, but it has come up on my news feed. So if that's the case, can the mods just get him taken into VIP on Discord if he's there? So yes, thanks Christopher Lewis. Thank you for the donation. We've also got Rob Tarleton, Matt Poley, Grant Galvatron, Six Axion, how's it going? North Star. Who else? William Wilkinson, Mike Berge, how's things? Alterbot Phil, how's it going? Drew Chris Dadaro. Sharksy, one of our moderators, how's it going? Leader One, how's it going, brother? Good friend of mine. Windblade, Coulter, Bozo, Kerry Jones. Anyone else? Oh, it's just skipped. And anyone else? Oh, JC Mees as well. Anyone else that I've missed as well? Welcome to the stream. So yeah, as I said last week, I did call it. I am quite pleased about it that last week I literally said, I think we'll see Beast Wars Combiners. I'm not 100% sure. I did say that. I did say that, it's a chance it might not, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that it probably will. If not, and then they said because they said the reason I think that it's going to be a combiner is in the last Space 8 stream they said there's a new combiner going to come in and it might be a bit of a surprise. So again, I thought, well, it's not going to be one that we think it's going to be. It's going to be something, but they did say that people are going to cotton on quite quickly. So I get the newsletter a day before you guys, and we sort of look over it and give them any hints and tips and say, listen, you missed this off, and can we get this? And then we also say, can we add this video in? And all the content creators say, can put this video in, and they go, yeah, okay, sure. So when it came up that this was the new bot coming, straight away I was like, I've got it. I've got this in the bag. So yes, it's pretty much confirmed. Let's be honest. It's not official, but same as when we started seeing Computron bots. As soon as that first bot comes out, you're like, yeah, Computron's coming. We knew that a year in advance. And same again, it might take 6 months for this next combiner, but it is going to be coming. But the interesting thing is, it's only 3 bots. So how's that going to work? Is it going to be as big as Computron? I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to work. That's down to Space 8 to work it out. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how those 3 bots combine, how big it's going to be, and is it going to be as powerful? I don't know. But yeah, so we'll have a look through the newsletter. Like I said, we'll talk a bit about it more, and yeah, and we'll carry on from there. So this week's event is Fighting Fires. And it's a 100 prestige event with 30 points per prestige, 10 points for battle, and triple XP. You can get Prime Core Shards, Shard Crystals, containing shards, obviously, and a random MK3 battle booster. It's an individual event, and total battle points is 3,000. Now, I want to talk a bit about this, and because it's been a lot of, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but so I get both sides of the thing. So when this first come out, we did say that it's a bit unfair to free-to-play people because 3,000 battles is impossible free-to-play. And obviously we knew it was going to be a Prime Core event, but it is twice as long as normal, if not 3 times as long as it. 3 times as long as normal. So although it is triple XP and it's a long event, which is not ideal, ideally you want these biggest long events for super XP, there is some great rewards on offer. If you've got all the Prime Cores and you complete this event, you're getting 4 G Metal chips. 4. Don't forget, you can choose whether it's 4 bots or 4 defense ones. So, completing this event is a good event to complete. And, I would normally say to people, listen, it's triple XP, chill out, don't take it seriously. But for 3,000 points and maybe spending $20 maybe to finish it, just use that for cells, honestly. Just use it to get through the event and get either 2 Prime Cores or 4 G-Metal Cores. It's really, really worth it. So, personally, I would just do whatever you have to do to try and finish this event. If you do buy a bundle, use it all on cell regens and just use them 10 point battles. Don't worry too much about XP, it's triple XP. If you have to go down a zone to get more bots through it, I mean, I'll probably attack in zone 12. I can do zone 13 with a lot of my bots. I'll probably do zone 12 all weekend and just make sure I solo them very quickly. Do 10 battles, buy a bundle, just a small $20 bundle, something like that, and then just regen themselves, do another 10 battles, regen themselves, do another 10 battles, and just get through it like that very quickly, just to get through, just to get these Prime Core shards. Because you've got to think of, if you're trying to get a enhanced ordnance G metal, which is what I'm trying to get, I'm trying to test it on blades and see how it goes, and that's what I want. If I get one, I'm going to struggle a bit getting it. I'm going to really struggle. But if I get 4, then, I've got a good chance of pulling one. And if I wanted to chase an enhanced ordnance G metal, the amount of bundles that it would take, it would be crazy. It'd be ridiculous. So, it's a good chance to get some good rewards, guys. And like I said, I wouldn't normally say it's triple XP, chill out. I'd normally say don't bother spending. But I would just buy a small bundle if I was you guys, just to get through it. Don't worry about using the coins for coin your bots. Use them for cell regens. Use them to get through the event. Even just a $10 bundle, guys, just to get through this event. It's a really good event. Just a shame it's triple XP. If it was super XP, then yeah, it'd actually probably be harder actually, because then everyone would be pushing the zones. But triple XP, nah. But yeah. So the total adds of prizes. So you see, yeah, it's 10 per zone. Doesn't matter. And I've seen someone there saying, spam zone 1 incoming. Hey, you're getting pretty much 0 XP. But if that's how you want to play it, that's how you want to do it, then do what you have to get through. So the total adds of prizes you can see there is 1 shard crystal, where you can get 4-star, 3-star, or prem shards, 1 random booster, and 100 prime shards. Like I said, it is 10,000 prime shards. Wow. And 100 shard crystals, so you're looking at 3,300 4-star shards. Is that right? 33 of them? Yeah. So yeah, one and a third, 4-star crystals. So, some really good rewards. And yes, we have Prowl and Ramhorn. Maximal Lion Prowl and Predacon Ramhorn. So we have got these guys in testing currently. We've literally just got them today though, so it's very, very early days. It's too early to say if they're going to be good or bad because it literally is the first day. And what we tend to find is that the first day we get them and they're nothing like what they come out with most of the time. There's very few bots that are. I'm trying to think of bots that have been very similar from day one. Latest combat, not top heavy. Red Heat. He was one. He was very close when he came out. Didn't get changed much. So some of the combats don't get changed much, but bots they get changed a lot. And I think this guy will as well. It's an interesting ability at the minute, but I think it's going to get totally changed. Sharks is asking, are they unique? I think that's the problem at the minute, is that they're quite like something else that's in the game. And I think a lot of the feedback is that that one is already better. So let's change this one. Let's not make it the same as that one. Let's change it completely so it's different. And that's why I'm saying that it's going to be totally changed, because I think it needs something different in the game. I don't like having, I have a big thing about Firefly and Jetfire. They're exactly the same apart from a slight more damage or a slight more health. And so I've got a big thing about making ability 11 for Jetfire totally different than Firefly. I think my idea was that when Jetfire flies to the target, he drops bombs on the way, but still does the same damage to the final target, whereas Firefly does a bit of an AoE. And then, if you get both the jets, you could look and think, you know what, yeah, they're both different in a way. They've both got their own little niche. And I think that should have been that way from the start. I don't like having two bots with the same abilities. So I think they all need to be slightly unique and have an individual, selling point that's different than everything else. So yeah, I've no doubt that these guys will get changed over time, and next week we'll probably have a better idea of what's going on. And while we're talking about next week and what's going on, this weekend we've got a interview with Grind Time. That is coming this weekend. That is penciled in. That will be on Sunday around 8 p.m. UTC, so an hour earlier than this stream. And we'll be quizzing Grind Time, and same as we do with Dale. So it'll be a bit of fun, a few delving questions on what he thinks of the game, his opinions. We've also got lined up Pappy Blaz as well. If you don't know who he is, well, you should do. He's the guy that started off the movement around the 5-star crystal for the 5 years. He put a post in, I think it was in our playtest first, saying we should do this. And then he put it in the suggestions, and it just caught on, and I can't even, I think it was up to about 1,000 votes for doing it, and the apes just couldn't, deny it. And I'm pretty sure that the apes were like, not too sure about that, until it caught wind. And then they were like, well, this is a good bit of PR, this. And I think they caught on to it. So I think that Pappy Blaz had a big hand in that. So a big thank you to him. And he's everything. Honestly, he's a playtester as well. He's very well respected and very high up in the Scorched family, the biggest con family in the game. He's played since the start. He writes his own comic books. He owns his own media company. This guy does it all. So he is Mr. Transformers Earth Wars. If you are a con, he is the guy to watch. So don't forget, like I said, we've got Grind Time coming this weekend. If you don't know who Grind Time is, an up-and-coming YouTuber. So yes, go and check him out as well. He's being interviewed this weekend, and then in 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to be doing Power Plus as well. And then somewhere in between that, we've maybe got another of the base design reviews. So if you haven't entered yet, go into my Discord. The link will come in the chat, and go and post your base. But just be wary, guys, that people are saying like, "Oh, can you put mine on stream and tell me what you think?" Well, once you put it in there and it's in there, that's it. You leave it, totally hands-free. You're like, listen, do you want what it was? I will rinse it if it needs rinsing. I will literally rinse it. If you saw my last video, some people got really rinsed. I actually felt a bit sorry for them. But you got to understand that you put your base in there, no holding back. You accept the consequences. So, yeah, if you want to have a bit of fun and know what we really think of your base, then, yeah, post it in the base design section, not base design, sorry, base review section. So yeah, and any questions you've got for Grind Time and Power Blaz, go and post it in relevant sections, and your questions could be heard on stream. So yeah, this is your opportunity to appear on my stream, whether it's your questions or whether it's your base. So yeah, go to that section of Discord and yeah, put your questions and your base in there, and then we'll see what happens. Cool. Okay. So, we have got something out of the lab. Who can this be? Who's this in the lab? We've got a combiner that's coming out in an hour. Who's this? Yeah! 5-star Bumblebee. We had to wait for Laser Optimus to come out. But yeah, can't wait to get this guy leveled. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm hearing some amazing things from Bumblebee. I've heard of guys running Prime League without tracks. That's how good he is. If you're running Prime League without tracks, then you've got to have a good lineup and a good bot. And I've heard that Bumblebee is doing amazing things in Prime League. So I hope, you know what? I hope it, changes base design because base design's already changed a lot. I was in a Prime League. What? I mean, I'm up to level 20, number 21 of 300 in a row. 21 300s in a row. And don't forget, guys. Does not include lower level alliances. This is just including top 10 alliances. So I'm up to 21 300s against the top 10 alliances. So, we're doing really well. But we had a war against one prime, and I finished one battle with Blaster, and I was very close to losing. I had Blaster with no minions, getting hit by a beam laser, and there's a cannon at the back. And I just got enough to use his minions and just finish off the HQ. I was very lucky. If it was an AoE defense there, I'd have lost. If I didn't get enough points for minions, I'd have lost. Very close. So it is getting closer, and people are getting wise to Goldie Sacks. So we need to evolve a bit. We need to change a bit. So I still do Goldie Sacks. I still like them Goldie Sacks. I'll still probably use Goldie in some respect, I think. But we need to start looking at walks a bit more as well. And I think the Bumblebee will really help in that, just stunning those areas. But we've got to, again, what my friend Grind Time says, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I'm still on this run. I'm not going to change my team until this streak finishes. Once this streak finishes, then we'll look again. Then we'll look at, whether I need to change my team and switch it up, and I could try some new things. But in the meantime, we're going to keep going at it. But yeah, as I said, we're going to look at a few defenses first and see what's what. So, defense. So, yeah, 7 people passed my base. You can see it's stopping a few people. But I want to see these people that have passed me on hard mode. It's quite impressive because if you look at my my base design, let's just get rid of these a second. So, the idea is that I put these on my test server, these walls, just messing about, really. And I put them in. And it caused my bots to go all over and died really quickly. And I was a bit annoyed. I was like, why are they doing that? And I get it that they're trying to walk around the walls to get to these. So I started trying to incorporate it into my base. So this wall is a nightmare pathing wise. So if you put one of these in your base, it causes a lot of problems. And then we've obviously got mines in place, gas mines to increase damage. We've got the outpost and combiner up front. We've also got a lot of defense out back and the shield gen out back and a lot of 3 points right at the back. For those that saw my base review stream, you'll see that I did this with pretty much with Bruticus's base that I helped him with. And this is what we do. But I put a lot more at the back on his, but we put a bit less. And the reason for that is why all these out there is because Prime League now, the resource buildings explode and cause damage. So you can see we've got a lot of resource buildings up front, a lot of these, just to do damage and just to do explosions. But the 3-point buildings and the ones that don't explode, apart from these two, we've put to the back. We're trying to keep the launchers and mortars out of the way and the beams to one side. So basically they've got a choice of taking these out and risking it in the middle, or taking out the middle and risking the outside. And that's the sort of idea behind it. Some people tried rushing it, but your bots split. We've got the sharp mines, and once they do split, these sharp mines don't go anywhere. You've got these behind you, the 2 MDS behind you. You've got the 2 mortars still behind you. So yeah, it's working quite well. But we'll look at a few guys and see what how they took it off. So let's look at Omega. So like I said, if these guys have taken my base on, then fair play to them. I can imagine maybe a few have tried to rush it. That's a good way to beat a top level base. We'll have a look though. So yeah, not all bases are are possible to beat. Leader one's put, how's it with Goldfire sacks? That's what I tested it against. Quite difficult. Not because of to pop the outposts. I just found it, and here we go, Goldfire sack. I just found that the bots died very quickly, especially with Mega Supreme. So he's done just two Goldfire runs. I did have the outpost quite wide, but what I was finding was that the outposts weren't popping, and then they were just irrelevant anyway. So we've switched it up a bit. So just fast forward, strategy combiner. Make short work of that. We've obviously got smoke screen and outpost to stay right back. I've put him at the top so he stays behind the rest of the bots. He's absolutely lethal in an outpost smoke screen. So is Blades. So you can see here that the bots are starting to split now. So some will come down here, some will go up there. The other problem is, obviously, with Top Shot, the walls become irrelevant once you start battling. And I bet this actually shows a loss now, you watch. So we can't even tell. So what's he got? He's got 2 healers, 3 gunners, and a tank left. And they've actually stayed together on the most part. I think he's splitting off. This is where the problems start, you see, when the bots start splitting. And the healer's taking the flak. Not flat the combat. I mean, taking some hits. And yeah, it showed a loss, so yeah, obviously we can't see. But you can see there that it's caused a lot of damage out front. I wish they'd fix these replays, honestly. Really do. But yeah, he's got no chance of finishing this with just that guy. And definitely not with that guy. But yeah, you know what? Fair play, Omega. He's you know, forget the replays. He has took my base on and beat it. So, you know, he didn't rush it. He just sacked it. So, you know, fair play to him. You know. Let's have a look at another couple of the base defenses. See what we've got. Who else should we look at? We'll look at Avatar as well. We'll see a few and see what they're all doing. Hey, Skyrock Grey, who's in the chat. I love how you've started your greetings with your own greeting. I love it when you go, welcome back. Okay, so yeah, another sack attack. I'm okay with that. It's the #1 attack in the game, so it's gonna happen. Where's Omega going? What's he doing? What the? So dive bombs down. So what's it gonna do now? I don't like this where they're on the launch pad and the bots don't get attacked. I don't like that. I'm not gonna lie. We've got all these Sharkticons coming now and minions, and we've got smoke screen at the back and Blades hitting hard. This is the idea that all these tanks go out front and you got Blades and smoke screen smashing from distance. But not anymore. See, that's the problem. All these replays are gonna show wins for me, but obviously they're not. I wish that SpaceX would sort these replays out. I really do. Well, like Leader 1 said, there's a lot of red. So, it's a lot of red, so it's doing its job. It is a, you know, it's sort of like a medium level alliance. I guess top alliance it'd be a lot easier, a lot harder, sorry, for me to get some drops. A lot easier for them to beat my base. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that though. I'm quite happy how it's holding out. It's working how it's meant to. But I think you need to have a bit of a switch round. We're just looking at some of my base defenses, Grant, and my new design. And we'll look at a loss just for a giggle. I mean, I suppose they looked at losses themselves, but I just find it funny sometimes how we see check a loss out and then look at chaos. See what he does. See what he tries. Windblaze asks, what are your thoughts on the new op or megs in the new player bundle? Well, I can't comment on what is in it exactly. We did get it in the play testing chat, and we talked about what to include. And you know, from what I understand, megs and Optimus Prime will not be in it, and I'm quite disappointed by that. But I understand why they've done it, although I don't agree with it. Because Megatron is not part of a combiner, but Optimus Prime is. They thought it was unfair to give the Autobots an advantage by giving them a combiner piece. I mean, what do you guys think? Would you really be bothered if the Autobots got a combiner piece and Decepticons didn't? Do you think that's unfair, or would you rather still have Megs on the understanding that the Autobots get an advantage of a combiner piece? That's why they've changed it, and I get it that they didn't want to keep it fair, but I just think that for the two most iconic bots in the game, they're the kind of guys that they're the kind of guys that you want to get. And when you first start playing the game, you know nothing about the game. All you know is those two characters, Optimus Prime and Megatron. So I understand why they've done it. I get it. But I still think it should be Optimus Prime Megatron. I still do. You know. Cool Transport. It's not like we're going to use Optimus Maximus, is it? He's got a good point. Why did I not think of that? That's a great point. I'm going to put that in the playtest chat. That's a good point. Grand Transport. Why don't you add another Autobot that isn't part of a combiner? Decepticon is part of a combiner. Because they've also got to match up. So the idea is that they're both going to have and he's just got annihilated there by the combiner. Plain and simple. And Smokescreen as well, I think. Just picking them off. Cool. Yeah, I think that they're gonna. I do actually know what bot it is, but I don't want to say anything yet. So it is finalized and definitely true. Um, but they want to make it so that the bot is not a combiner piece, and it's the same for both factions. So like Windblade. No, no, it's not. I'm trying to think of a bot that's. But yeah. Oh, one that is. Grimlock and Razorclaw. They both are. Yeah, yeah. I had to think then. They're both in combiners. So it makes sense for both of those to go in together. Which doesn't make sense for Optimus Prime and Megatron because one's a combiner piece and one isn't. But, I don't think it's that big a deal. I really don't. But then, I think the big thing was then you maybe, I mean, if you go in there blind, then yeah, but if you know anything about the game, you're going to be more inclined to go and get Optimus again because you're getting a combiner part. And I think they want more to give it, advantage to cons more. So, I don't know. Personally, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I kind of get it. I do kind of get it. But, I also understand they want to keep it fair. So, yeah. I would rather see Optimus Prime and Megatron. But I will guarantee we've all seen it before. Listen, there was someone in the VIP chat complaining that they were getting a free 5-star, but it was random. There was someone complaining about it, I promise you, saying that it wasn't fair, that they wanted to be able to pick a batch that, and I was like, oh, come on. It's a free 5-star. And even when you're giving a free 5-star, there's still people complaining about it. You're never going to keep people happy. So even if they did this, and even if everyone in this chat now was like, yeah, listen, put Optimus Prime Megs in, we're fine with it. We're okay with it. There's still one person that will, be like, nope, that's not fair. I'm not having it. It's it's geared towards Autobots, and I get that there's even people out there that you have long events and people are saying This ain't fair for lower players. Well, you can't please everyone. You can't. Yep, and like Hammertail said, Karens are going to complain. There's always going to be Karens. But yeah, complaining about a free 5-star is ridiculous. And, people complaining about this combiner event. We want it guaranteed. Well, I know no one like wants a dupe, and I know that some people got one bot and duped it, and I agree that's not really fair. But I mean, come on, guys, it's a 4-star for very little points on the brand new combiner that's out. For every 3 people that got that one bot duped, there was one person that got the one bot they were missing and completed the combiner. So I kind of think you're not going to please everyone, sadly. Okay, cool. So let's have a look at the new combiners. Not the combiners as such in game, but let's have a look. Give me a second just to get this up. And there we are. Cool. Okay, so this is what we showed last stream. I've just had to sort of bring this up quite quickly. So this is Magnaboss, and he is made up of Prowl, Ironhide, and Silverbolt. So yes, because Prowl's in the game, that's a big tell. But just having Prowl in the game, he doesn't give it away. It could just be by chance. But then once we look at where have I found it? Where was it? The Decepticon combiner was down here. Here it is. But then once we also seen Ramhorn as well, then we know that this combiner's coming. We know because there's 2 parts. There's the Autobot part for the combiner and the Decepticon part for the combiner, both coming out at the same time. So it's pretty much guaranteed that these combiners will come in. A 3-piece combiner. A 3-piece Beast Wars combiner. So, we've not seen this combiner in testing. It's not been confirmed. And like I said about Computron, even back when we knew Computron was coming, it was the first, was it Strafe? As soon as we saw Strafe, everyone was like, is Computron coming to the game? I think he is. And the apes were like, well, we cannot confirm anything, and everyone was like, I think he is. And then I think, what was the second bar? It wasn't Nosecomb. Then Nosecomb came, and everyone was like, he's definitely coming. And then the apes were like, well, we can't confirm it. We know. We're not daft. We're not stupid. We know these bots, and we know who they belong to. We know what's coming. We know that Beast Wars is coming. We know that the new TV series is going to be all around Beast Wars, so we know that Beast Wars characters are coming. We know these members are part of Beast Wars Combiners, so we know that a Beast Wars Combiner is coming. We know this. And Leader One's put he reckons the combiners will be next spring. I think sooner. We saw Computron come out within a year. It took a year from Computron, from the bots to start come out to come out. But don't forget, there's only 3 bots in this one. So I think near Christmas. I think we'll get this guy by Christmas. These new Beast Wars combiners. Maybe a bit before. Maybe October, November time. I think we'll start seeing glimpses of it there. And yeah, I can't wait to see how it's going to work with just 3 bots in the combiner, and and how big they're going to be. That's what I don't understand. And are they going to be the same as the other combiners? I don't know. Will they make it a 5-star? Leader One's put a wager. Oh yeah, we could. Well, I'll put my prediction in. I'm gonna say December, in time for Christmas. That's what I'm going to say. Just to get the apes Christmas bonus. That's what I'm going to say. Christmas bonus for the apes. It'll come out December. And watch this. If it's the last week in November, I'll be really annoyed now. But yeah, I reckon December. 6 Action reckons spring as well. Sharks reckons November. Yeah. Well, we don't know, but it's going to be later in the year. There's no rush. But we'll see these bots. So we'll see C-Clamp come out. We'll see... I can't pronounce this guy's name. Kikadakon? I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, we'll see him as well. And C-Clamp. And then who was the other ones? Obviously Ironhide and Silverbolt as well. So yeah, it looks pretty cool there. He's got a nice sword, nice eagle on the back. And I think Ironhide Prowl is a lion. Is he a lion? I think he's a lion. Ironhide is a elephant of some kind, and then Silverbolt is like a hawk. So yeah, looking forward to this. Should be pretty cool. And then obviously we've had the the new toys like Air Razors come out as well, so we'll see more, even more Beast Wars. So a huge Beast Wars year this year is going to be, I think, for the game. And yeah, not everyone likes Beast Wars, sadly. It's quite amusing to see in the chat how we mention Beast Wars. I mean, there's a certain person in TF who's well known who will not level Beast Wars bots. Refuses. So I say, let's bring out the next 5-star batch, just Beast Wars bots. How many people would that annoy if we brought out a Beast Wars 5-star batch? There would be people that are like, I want to pull it, but I can't. I hate Beast Wars bots, but I want to pull a 5-star, but I'm not pulling them. But yeah, we'll wait and see. But I think that'd be really funny. Just making a 5-star batch of Beast Wars bots. And, these people with 25, 30k shards, like Leader 1, uh, grind time, make them pull Beast Wars bots. I mean, some people aren't bothered. I mean, I know some people that play with certain bots because they like them. They don't pick. I mean, there's certain bots I like, but if I play with the bots I like, I'd be playing in Gold League. I mean, I like Mirage. I love Mirage. I wouldn't have a 4-star Mirage on my war team though. It's a good bot, but there's not many 4-stars will make my war team, and a 4-star Mirage, I don't think will make my war team. Although I am gonna play a bit with a stun team. So I've got Chromia to level 62. I'm gonna get B up to 60, 61. I'm gonna maybe level 4-star Mirage up and get him up. I think we'll see a 5-star Mirage in the next patch. I really do. And I'd love a 5-star Mirage, more stun again. And yeah, I'm going to try and make a stun team and see how it goes in some, just some raids and things like that. And yeah, see how it goes. See if we can beat some decent bases with just stun. I'm trying to think of other bots. See, you've got Star Saver, but it doesn't stun for long enough. It's like 7 seconds. What other bots is that stun for quite a while? Blaster, I suppose. You can Blaster with the G1 core, maybe. Because yeah, I know it's only like, is it 5 seconds? I think 6 seconds for his stun, but you've got 5 minions. Punch, good point, Jazz. I don't know about Lita. Lita, yeah, she stuns, but it's more about damage, really. She's not really stun as such. I know she stuns for like. The problem we've got is that she stuns for, is it 6 or 7 seconds? But the problem is that they're quite expensive. So once you've used them once or twice, that's it. No more stun, and you've not got a lot of points for the rest. Silver Ball, good one, my Bergie. Yes, I've got a level 61 4-star Silver Bolt, so I'd probably use him as well. That's a good one. Yeah, I forgot about Silver Bolt. So yeah, Silver Bolt, Mirage, Chromia, Bumblebee. I'd probably take, I don't know, Star Saber, but I'd rather have a RC even. You could even use RC. But Jazz has put Punch is very underrated. Well, we'll sort of talk about that actually as well. Yeah, because if you don't know already, not seen it already, I have done my top 10 video on underrated bots. Apologies, it took a well, longer than it should have, because those that are in the channel and spoke about it, I actually did the video, posted it, then delete. As soon as I post them on YouTube, I delete the videos just to save sort of storage space, because they take about 2 gig per video. So what happens sometimes is that I'll do a few videos and then I run out of room to post it and I've got to start messing about. And so what I tend to do is post it on YouTube and delete it. So I posted it on YouTube, deleted it, and it was corrupt. And I was just like, oh no. I literally spent about 4 or 5 hours making this video for then it to be corrupt, and I deleted it. So yeah, I was pretty livid, and I just didn't have the heart to do it again. I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I don't want to do it again. I put that much effort into it, but I was like, you know what? I've got to do it. I've got to get it done again. And so yeah, I've done it again. I've gone for it again. It's probably a bit better this time, to be fair. A couple of things that I couldn't get working again, and I was like, just leave it out. Let's just get it out there. So it's done. And for those that are in my server, they'll know that we've done the top 10 best bots, we've done the top 10 most underrated bots, and we've currently got the top 10 worst bots. So if you're in my Discord server, go in there and put the 3 bots you think are the worst in the game. There's a there's an outright winner already, and I'm sure everyone knows who it's going to be and who it is. But yeah, there's going to be an outright winner. But yeah, go in Discord, put your top 3 worst bots, and then have a bit of fun on the top 10 worst bots in the game. And the idea behind it is just for, sort of video to do, just for a bit of fun, but also for new players and and other players to go and look at my videos, and then they could think, is this bot? I mean, how many times do we see like on Facebook and in Discord and online? Just pull this guy. What's he like? Is he good? Is he worth leveling? Just pull this guy. What do you think? So there's a lot of that. So I thought if I do these videos, people can look at them and go, all right, well, those 10 bots, I've got 3 of them. I think I'll probably level them. And then the worst bots, they can go, right, well, I've got some of them, but I'm not going to bother with them much more. But then I get bots get buffed over time. So we might do this again in a year's time, say. It's something we could keep looking at and maybe do a yearly review. I know that talking of that, NJ Hoist in the chat, and he does a yearly review back at the last year. And I think that what I'll do is not in that way, but every year do an update and what's changed. So look back at the old video and sort of analyze if any of those bots have become less relevant or more relevant. I think it'd be fun to look at every year through the game and just look back and go, you know what? Remember that guy who we said was irrelevant and underrated? Now he's the best in the game. I mean, Goldfire. I looked back at a site that said that I said Goldfire was one of the top bots in the game, and I think it was Alpha Prime said he wasn't, which is it's his opinion. I'm fine with that. Nothing wrong with that. Different people use different bots, and the person doing the what's the word? Doing the page, got the word. Um, doing the piece on the top bots, mentioned that Alpha Prime's top 5, top 10 bots is not necessarily definitely the top 10 because of different opinions. And he mentioned that for example, I mentioned Goldfire in mine. In top 10 5 stars it was. I mentioned Goldfire in mine where he didn't. So opinions vary. And that was 2 years ago where I said Goldfire were one of the best bots in the game, and and no one really used him. And then now he is one of the best bots in the game. But then I'm sure there's bots that are in that video that probably I think I put Alita as number 1. She's not number 1 anymore. So over time bots change relevance by having buffs or base design changing, and new combats, and jets were irrelevant 2 years ago, and gunners, everyone used gunners, and now gunners aren't used, and yeah, things change. Starsaber was the bot to get along with Alita, and now it's like, they're alright, they're not bad, they could do with actually decreasing in cost, and Goldfire took over, and yeah, there's just, but yeah, things change, and like example, I don't want to give it away, but it's pretty obvious that Nosecone's going to be the worst bot in the game on this vote. We know this already. I mean, it's a running joke that Nosecone's pretty awful, but he'll be the first bot to get buffed when they start looking at bots. Pretty much guaranteed. And once they do, he's no longer the worst bot in the game. But then, who's the worst bot in the game then? I think maybe Lightspeed. I think Lightspeed could be the best bot in the game. Lightspeed, Power Glide, So, those bots could be the worst ones in the game. You don't know. We'll see. From the Discord vote, whoever the second bot in there is, they will then become the worst in the game because they got the second most votes probably. According to you guys. So yeah, But yeah. Can't wait for these combiners to come out and see what they're like. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see them. So, talking about this top 10 bots video. So, I don't want to give too much away, but I don't want to put it in there on who came where and thingy. But for me, there's a lot of surprises in there, and like I said, this was voted by you guys. It's nothing. It's not voted by me. It's voted by you guys. And I was really surprised to see Smokescreen in there, and people think he's underrated. It's got me thinking that does does everyone not realize how good he is? He's amazing. He's for me, he's one of the top 15 bots in the game for me, definitely without a doubt. So you would not see Goldfire in that vote on most underrated bots. So why do we see Smokescreen in there? You know, I don't get why people think he's underrated, but maybe that's because people don't realize how good he is because they don't use him. I don't know, but yeah, Smokescreen's an amazing bot, absolutely crazy. And I get Hound was in there, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really use Hound, but then once I started using Hound with ability 11 on the test server, and I think if you remember when he got ability 11 in that stream or video that I did, I was blown away. I was like, "Whoa, this guy's one-shotting all structures," and it got me. And then when I did this video again the other day, and I started doing a bit of gameplay to put in the, I thought rather than just seeing me just talking, let's put a bit of gameplay in there. So if you are a new player, you can see these bots and see what they do. So I put the gameplay of Hound in there, and I forgot how good it was. And then something just clicked in my head. The new Prime League buffs are really hard because everything has an edge. MDS are already hard. Beam lasers and launchers. Cannons have had an upgrade. Turrets have had an upgrade. Mortars have had an upgrade. Everything's had an upgrade apart from shock towers, pretty much. Or even outposts have. So everything is pretty much. It's almost like HQ 18 now. It's so hard, but resource buildings explode, causing 2,500 damage per one. So if you hit 4 resource buildings in a row, hence why my resource buildings around here, like this, that's 10k damage to your bots. It can wipe out a team, quite easily. But then I thought, if you've got a high level Hound, you could take them out. It's the first time that I've actually considered Hound in a Prime League war, thinking it could be really useful because you don't need to get rid of resource buildings. But if HQ 18 comes and that becomes a thing where resource buildings explode and do damage, Hound could be really relevant. It can one shot alloy storages and energy storages. So, I get why Hound is, very underrated. I kind of get that now. And, his range is crazy good. So, I just want to put it there because see Jazz going, oh, God, listen, I'm just guessing here, guys. HQ 18, it's things we know and things we don't know. We know that defense HP is going to increase. That's happened with every single HQ increase. We know that defense DPS is going to increase. That's happened with every single HQ increase. We know that wall HP is going to increase because it's happened with every single HQ increase. So we know that's going to happen. We know we're going to have more health or more DPS. Outpost bots are going to get improved. Health and DPS and wall HP are all going to be improved. That's a given. That's going to happen, we know. The rest, we could only, speculate. But these Prime Leagues, for me, are like testing grounds for HQ 18 to see how far they can push it. And, people still do well against this. But I think this is what we'll see more from HQ 18 is, more HP, more DPS, and, some other things thrown into the mix as well to make it a bit harder. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But, yeah, Hound in the meta. 5-star Hound in the meta. That would be epic. Vote 5-star Hound. I actually might vote for a 5-star Hound in the next 5-star vote. I mean, it could be end of the year or next year, but 5-star Hound would be pretty epic. I think he'd actually be better than 5-star Sea Spray. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he'd be better than 5-star Sea Spray. Sea Spray is very good, by the way. Very good if you've not played with him yet. Even at 4-star. But, yeah, I was surprised at how good the 5-star was. Extremely good. Vote nose cone. Vote nose cone and dust up. I do agree, though, host. Host? Sorry? I do agree, host. That, yeah, I like voting for some of the, lesser bots to try and get them buffed. And dust up. Oh. I feel sorry for her. I really do. I really thought this was a time in this last 5-star batch. I was like, yes, Dust Up is gonna get a buff finally, and she didn't. I think I've said Dust Up, and I think that Grind Time said Dust Up in the not the one just gone, the one before that, and I ridiculed him. I was like, they're not gonna put Dust Up as a 5-star, but then they brought in Laser Optimus and buffed the hell out of him. I was like, right, okay, well now it's a free for all. Now any bot could be in these batches because it's buffed the hell out of him. So yeah, Dust Up probably could. That's why I put her in my my prediction because I thought that's possible. But I think she needs it. I think she needs to go in there in that 5-star batch. Um, but yeah, Air Raid as well. Air Raid, I don't. I think the problem with Air Raid is a lot of top guys don't want to use 4-stars, and I honestly think that's the problem because Air Raid is so good, so powerful. If you've got a jet that can one shot, but then what people doing, very clever people, if you're in VIP, Texas Hammer, and very clever guy, and he's the one that convinced me. He showed some replays of him using air raid on a build bot, and then using a jet to destroy the build bot. And don't forget that build bots. I mean, back then they had like 50 health still, so all you needed was a jet that could do 50 health damage, which is obviously dead easy, and they smashed the whole area. So they have changed to 2,600 health, but looking at 2,600, I mean, 2,600 damage. I mean, to give you an idea, what level is he now? That's 6110 does 5.8. So we've got to scroll right down. Let's have a look at my Firefly here. So 55.7 without an EO code is 3.2. We're still nowhere near that. Let's have a look. Where's my what's he called? What's she called? Should I say Stormclash. So even Stormclash at 51.6 can do 2,700 damage. So she can take out a build bot without an EO core. So you're probably looking at, with an EO core, you're probably looking at 45.5, 46, yeah, 45.5. Can take a build bot out. So if you've got a high level air raid and a low level jet, you can take these build bots out. So that will take out that whole area there. That will take out that whole area. Well, not that whole area, but that area around it. Sorry, I should say that. Just sort of that area. But this has got a lot bigger area. But it'll probably take out the MDS mortar and at least that structure. You can use it to take out the build bots to great effect. And Air Raid is very good, and was in high up in the underrated bots. I won't say what position, but high up. And yeah, I kind of get it. Hound Vamp as well. I don't get Hound Vamp how bad he is. You can even see in the video that I accompanied with him that I tried to use him. I haven't got a 4-star Hound Vamp, so I've never used him, and I tried to use him. I thought this guy must be good. He does decent damage. He's got everything. Do you know what I mean? He must be good. And I kept using him. He just kept dying. And I was like, this is awful. For me, like I thought it'd be like amazing, and I thought it'd be in the underrated bots, but it's just awful, really awful. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's exactly where it needs to be. He's rated as awful. But if you use Hound Vamp, then let me know how you use him. Let me know what sort of team you run. But I don't get him at all. I don't get how. I don't understand how bad he is, considering he gives your bots extra damage and does damage himself, and he's got good health and got good DPS. Mike Berg has put the problem with the Hound is that it doesn't follow when you use his ability. He stays and then goes the other direction. Yeah, exactly. That's what I put in the video, that it causes pathing issue because your bots all split. And I just don't get him at all. I don't get how bad he is. Who else? RC as well. RC. I'm starting to want a 5-star RC because sack attacks are getting harder and harder because people are getting used to making bases now to stop people from doing that. So I want to start trying to walk bases, slow walk. So you need Rook, but then it gets costly. I mean, Rook is 5 plus 3. So 5, 8, 11, 14. Excuse me. 5, 8, 11, 14. 28 ability points. 5. No. Oh, no. 35 ability points? A lot. A lot of ability points. Quick maths, but yeah, 35 ability points. It's a lot of ability points just for popping outposts. So, my idea is to put both Rook and RC in the same team and pop, outposts with the both of them. And yeah, so I'm thinking of maybe going for 5-star RC eventually. You know, leader ones put I dread seeing RC in outposts. You mean because of the stun? More than Rook? I don't know. But yeah, I think she's pretty good in the walk team. You know, the way I looked at it was as Rook was better. But then what if you had both? That's the point I'm making. If you had both RC and Rook, then that makes it the next level. Then it's like having two Rooks basically, because she's not far behind him. When you've got RC with a G1 core and ability 11, she's as good as Rook. Rook's ability 11 and maybe a G1 core eventually will take him, will surpass RC without a doubt. But having both of them in the game, Jazz, RC can stun at ability 11. Her ability 11 is that she stuns defenses. So, yeah. Yeah, very good at ability 11. So, yeah, as that's the plan. I'm two minds. I mean, I'll show you my team, and I'm not sure what to do. I'm still in two minds. So that's the team there that I generally use that gets all the 300s. But I want to stop doing a sack attack. So I'm thinking RC can go there. And where? I'm thinking Bumblebee might go there. So 5-star, 4-star, 5-star Rook. I'm getting 5-star Rook first. This team works at the minute. So the only replacements I want is a 5-star Rook and a 5-star First Aid. Once I've got them, I can look at replacing tracks maybe with Bumblebee. But yeah, for this next crystal event, who do you guys want as a 5-star in your anniversary crystal? If you could pick one 5-star to get, dream 5-star, who would it be? If I had to pick one, oh God, one, just one. Well, the current batch is out. I also didn't pick them two, so it wouldn't be them two. They're not bad bots. I just don't want them in my team. First aid. I don't know. Would I replace first aid eventually? I don't know. I'm not too sure. Definitely not hotspot and rust dust. Legacy 6. Oh. Legacy 5. RC. I'll be picking this batch. I wouldn't want Perceptor or Veteran's Prime. They just don't suit my team. Snarl and Warpath. I think Cheeto's better than Snarl, and I'm not a Warpath person. Never used him. Done 5. We've got all the 4. 3. I don't want anyone from 3. I'll be disappointed with anyone. Springer's not too bad, but I wouldn't want anyone from 3. 2. Maybe Wheeljack would be alright. Otter's Prime, obviously. There's some that I wouldn't be bothered with. No and Silverbolt, I'd be happy with. But I think, if I had to pick one, it's a hard pick. Maybe RC? I think it might actually be RC. RC would be the dream pull. RC, First Aid. Let's pick one from each batch. Springer, Optimus Prime, and No. That's who I'd like. That's the ones that I would like. If I pick one out of each batch. Let's have a look. Everyone's put. Megabomb Blades. Blades is not. Yeah, he is actually. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, Blades definitely. Yeah, fair play. I forgot about that. Jason Rhodes put Alita. I'm not gonna lie. Everyone that comes to me and says that they want their bots reviewing. Can you have a look? That as Alita, I say take her out. If you're gonna run healers, take Alita out. Healers and Alita do not mix well at all, honestly. Silverbolt wants Silverbolt. Well, that makes sense. Matt Pauly wants No. Good choice. Chris Taylor Wheeljack. Jazz says hotspot. He has no bots that I can sack. I'll take. I have no bots that I can sack off or take any damage. But Jazz, wouldn't you want Goldfire then? The number one sack bot in the game. Matt Paul love a healer. Crusher 11 wants blades. You definitely want blades. You definitely do. Skyburst. Oh, Blaster for Doomer. Blaster's very good. Although not in the current meta. He's actually struggling a bit because his minions just die really quickly. So yeah. Yeah. Nah. William Wilkinson wants Grimlock. Why Grimlock? Do you want Grimlock because you like Grimlock? Or do you want Grimlock because of his ability, because of how good he is? 'Cause he's not amazing. He's not unbelievable. But I get that people might want Grimlock because of who he is, because it's Grimlock. Simple as that. Jazz, I forgot Goldfire was a fire. Oh my days, you want Goldfire then? The number one sack bot in the game. You want it. If you're looking for a sack bot, guys, you want this guy. That is who you want. Close second, you're looking at Windblade or Elita, but Elita's not cost effective. If you put it this way, if you do 3 swipes with Goldfire, you come back, you have 11, you could do 4, but if you do 3, you have 11 points left over. If you use Elita 1, you have none after 3 stomps. And she doesn't have the damage to delete anything. Who else? Grimlock is a poor man's Elita 1. If you're running it with Inferno, you mean, I presume. Yeah, Grimlock is a glass cannon. You are right, Jazz. It really is. Matt Poley's took Blaster out and put Gnaw in. I just find that Gnaw dies a lot quicker. I mean, let me have a look a minute. What's Gnaw's speed? Is it down to his speed? I say his. Is Gnaw a he? Or a she? Where's Gnaw? There he is. 2.4 on Blasters is 2.3. So yeah, both the same. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, still, that's a good point. The most want Grimlock because of the part of Volcanicus. I kind of get that, yeah. Sharks wants Tarantulas. Eddie Lee Sludge. I want to go out and say this, actually. So, Sludge is massively coming back into the meta in a big way. In a big way. I call it a slush, a sludge and rush. But yeah, basically it's making base design irrelevant with ability 11. This is what I said Nosecone would do, and this is what Sludge is doing right now. So at the minute, if you drop your bots here, and what people are doing is rushing up to here with Optimus, and then dropping bots, and then rushing here. But the bots are, some of them going inside, some are going around there. If you drop Sludge, maybe around here, it might hit them walls, I'm too sure. Here, it might take the section out. Well, basically what people are doing is, they are taking the walls out and rushing around them. Literally are. To great effect. And people are literally doing it going, that was easy. So, you know, base design is becoming irrelevant with Sludge. But you need literally a G Metal maxed out core, 65, 11. You need him maxed out. You do. Obviously, for lower levels and lower HQ levels, you can have them at lower levels. But, yeah, honestly, Sludge is making a comeback. You know, like Eddie Lee's put, it's auto win. It really is. Massively so. To the point where I'm going to level Sludge soon. Get Bumblebee up first. Bumblebee is my focus to get up to 61 at least. And then Sludge will be next, 65, 64 anyway. But I do need a G Metal Wallbuster. So I want to complete this event. Pull all bot cores. I do want some G Metal base cores. I think I need a couple of Cybertron Charge. I got one there, but I need a couple more. I need a couple of guided missiles. and I think a couple of laser ricochet and a couple of HQ cores. Not HQ cores, mine cores. And then I'm all G metaled out. Everything else is G metals. Let's see if we can just zoom in a bit. You can see there are a lot of G metals, a few like Billbot cores and stuff. But yeah, we're not far off going all G metal. But yeah, so I'm gonna pull bot cores though. I'm gonna pull bot cores. I want an EO for blades, do more damage because he's not taking enough out and leaving things with slivers of health. And I want to see how that goes. And then I also want a Warbuster. I don't have a G Metal Warbuster still. So I want that for Sludge as well. So I'm pulling bot cores. And I'll guarantee. So I will pull these crystals this weekend. Probably on Sunday maybe. If I've got them in time. So we'll do a stream on Sunday. We're doing an interview like I said with Grind Time. We may even pull some G metals maybe. I'm not sure if I can do grind times based on screen somehow, but we could look into it maybe. But I'll definitely pull mine, and we'll see. But I will guarantee, I will go out on a limb. I'm good at these predictions. I will get a healing core. I'll either get a rejuvenate or I will get a medic heal beam because that's all I get. All I get is healing cores. I don't get offense cores. I haven't got a G metal volatile mixture. Have I got? I don't think I've got one actually. I've got one EO. It took me forever to get. I get attack cores and things like that. But yeah, it's so hard to get a G metal EO core and a G metal wallbuster core and things like that. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna open mine. Grandson saying, let's do it. Let's do a double opening on stream. If we can manage it, it's just I've had to work out how to get Grind Time's device onto my screen. That's the question. We'll work on it. We'll work it out. We'll try and sort something out and see if we can get that doing. That would be pretty good to do, wouldn't it? That would be pretty good to pull my G metals and then get Grind Time in and pull his G metals as well and see what we get. Yeah. See, Leader One's got piles of G metal volatile mixtures, but no EO. Yeah, everyone's. Listen, I'm not having it. I am not having it. When the apes say to me that, it's all random, I'm not having it. I'm sorry, I'm not having it. I don't believe 1 minute. I'm telling you right now that certain bases are designed not certain bases, certain accounts are designed certain ways. And I keep going back to this, that when we first started the game, we found it really amusing that, I couldn't get jets. I really struggled getting jets. But I got 4-star wheeljack and ratchet pretty early on. I think I got them at maybe in the first 9 months of the game. Quite easily. And then people were like, how have you got 2 healers? How? I was like, how have you got a jet? I haven't got one. I didn't have a single 4-star jet. I think he had air raid. But the problem was he had no jet to couple him with. I had air raid, but I couldn't really use him because I had no one to go with him. And people struggle for healers. Some people struggle for tanks. Some people couldn't pull Optimus Prime for the life of them because special bots were their sort of rare bot. And every account is like this. Everyone struggles with a certain class. Everyone struggles with a certain core. So I'm not having it that it's random. I'm telling you right now that it's designed that way. And we know that by, in the combiners, there's always one unicorn. NJ Heist had it was quite funny at the time. Rust Dust. He could not pull Rust Dust. I couldn't pull Dust Up. It's a running joke that we were both chasing at the same time. And I'm definitely saying that every single account is geared towards a certain bot not being, easy. And I go back to those odds. The odds that I showed on stream the other week where air class bots and what was the other one? I think warrior bots were the most highly, obtainable bots in crystals. Well, if that was the case, then, and healers were the least. Was that the case, then why did I have 2 healers and had no 4-star Jetfire, no 4-star Firefly? I think I had Power Glide, but I couldn't get a 1-shot Jet. So I had no, it's all superior bot. So I had no Firefly, I had no Jetfire, I had Power Glide and Air Raid, no Skydive either. That's the one. I couldn't get Skydive. No Skydive, no Firefly, and no Jetfire. Could not get them no matter what. But my friend had every single jet going and could not get healers for the life of him. So, you know, six action. I struggle with tanks. You know, Crusher, he's got two unicorns for combiners. There you go. Everyone has one unicorn in the combiners. Trying to see some more. Autobot Phil, 3 years in the game. Still haven't got a 4-star jet. I was the same, but I just chased them to the point where, the Crusher, no 4-star, no 4-star healers. Matt Paul, maybe unicorn bots are established randomly upon account creation. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it is random, but I honestly do think that, accounts are given certain unicorns. I really do think that. Honestly, every single person struggles with them. Grind time is Computron on defense supposed to be able to hack the combiner on offense? No. If that is the case, send a ticket in because that will be corrected. Combiners aren't supposed to be able to hack other combiners. There was something where was it Blades could hack the combiner or Perceptor could or something? I'm not too sure that they corrected, but I very much doubt that is intentional. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that'll change. Grind time's got all the bots. Well, no doubt. No doubt. Well, we'll be talking about that on Saturday and asking, has Grind Time got a problem? That is what we'll be discussing this weekend. Grind Time's addiction to Transformers Earth Wars. Well, let's be honest, we've all got an addiction, haven't we? Let's be honest, we're all addicted to this game. We wouldn't be here if we weren't addicted to this game. Okay. Right, well, I'm going to do a bit of Zen farming. So if you're not interested in Zen farming, I get it. Because this happens every single stream. I go, right, that's it. You know what? I do actually get questions about Zen farming even now. I'm not, honestly, I promise you I do. I still get questions about it. And I'm like, really? I've done a video on it. I've done lots of streams on it. And, I mean, even Righteous, one of my moderators, he watched my stream and went, I started doing that, what you said, and it works. I'm like, yeah, I've been saying that for the last year. Like, do you not watch? You're a moderator. How do you not watch? How do you not know these things? And I get that when I do this, people go, "Oh, he's doing Zen farming again," and I just want to hit it home that, come on, you should know how to Zen farm by now. If you don't, I will do it till I am blue in the face if you want. I'm just gonna play it regardless. If you want to watch it, you can do. If you don't want to watch it, yeah, fair enough. Shoot off. Cheers to watching, no problem. But if you're struggling with Zen farming, guys, please just watch what I do. Take notes. Go and try it yourself. And honestly, Zen farming is so easy. It is so easy, guys. And I know people are sat there now thinking, oh yeah, it's all good for you having those level bots. Yeah, I'm not saying that you're going to get 500k and 300k a week. I'm not saying that, guys. But there's people out there saying, I cannot get enough for the second slot. What? What? It's been a year. A year, I mean, if you do what? Oh my, I'm trying to, 200,000 divided by 50 is what? 4,000. If you can't get 4,000 Zen a week, there's something wrong. Seriously. You know, 4,000 a week to get a second lab slot is easy. But yeah, so I'm going to do a bit of Zen farming and we'll run through it sort of quickly. But I recommend, honestly, guys, go and watch my Zen farming video. You will learn a lot. I mean, sometimes I don't. In that video, I will give you solid advice on what to do. And sometimes, I'll be honest with you, I don't even really stick to it myself because I'm short on time or I'm rushing. But if you've got the time to do it, it is super, super easy. And Chris Taylor says he gets 100k a week. I get 300k a week, and I'm pretty lazy with it. I'll be honest with you. There's guys in my alliance that get 500k a week, but granted, they've got a lot of bots in the game, high level. But there is certain bots that work well in Zen farming, and I'll go through them sort of bots, and those are the bots that you should be leveling and looking at if you're looking at Zen farming. And it's all well and good saying we'll level this bot and level that, but what might happen is you might come from here and go, well, actually, I've got that bot at a good level. I'm going to start using that bot more for Zen farming. So we'll go through some bots that are good for Zen farming. We'll do a bit of Zen farming ourselves. And I just hope that someone comes away from this, and takes it away and goes, you know what, I'm going to try that and gets a bit more Zen out of the game and gets more resources. Because it's once you know how, it is super easy to do. Okay. So what I always do first, I always go through my highest level bots that can solo whatever zone I'm farming in. So I farm in zone 13. You don't have to do 13. If you do a lower zone, that's fine. Don't worry about it. Just 13 is like the optimus, the optimal zone for farming Zen. It's not too hard. It's for when you've got high level bots. Because I can solo some zones. I can solo some. Sorry, let's start again. I can solo zone 13 with some bots. I can't solo zone 14 with any of my bots apart from Cup Lagoon. So zone 14 is out of the question. Zone 12, all my bots can pretty much solo it, but it drops off a lot. I mean, is it dropped to 6,000 Zen, is it? I'll have a look in a minute, but it's a big drop off. 4,000. So there's a big difference. So what you want to do is you want to try and hit the biggest zone you can. So I'm going to hit zone 13 continuously. That's my zone that I hit. So don't worry about what zone I'm hitting. Just stick to the rule that I'm going to put in place. So I hit zone 13 because I know I can solo zone 13 with quite a few of my bots. If you can solo zone 12 with a few of your bots, that's your standard zone you should be hitting. If you can hit zone 11 with most of your bots, that's the zone you should be hitting, your standard zone. So whatever I say, in terms of mine, you just drop to whatever zone you're in. So I'm in zone 13 hitting. So I can do solos in zone 13. I could do 2 bots in zone 13. Once it gets to 3 bots in zone 13 though, that means that those 3 bots are getting 3,300 each. They're earning 3,300 Zen each. Because I'm using 3 bots to get 10,000. It's more optimum to get 1 bot doing zone 12. So I will do zone 13 solos with my top bots. Start with those first. I will try and get as many 10,000 as I can. Then I'll do 2 bots. Then instead of doing 3 bots in zone 13, I'll go down to 1 in zone 12. And that's how I go. I don't really go down to 11, but if you're in zone 11, do all your solos in zone 11, get all the 11s you can. But then once you start doing 2 bots in zone 11, you got to think that's 1,500 per bot. You might as well do zone 10 solos. So drop to zone 10. Yeah, that's the sort of way you can look at it. If you're zone 12, do zone 12 solos. Once you get to 2 bots in zone 12, you might as well do solos in zone 11. So drop down. It's only zone 13 where 2 bots is still relevant because that's 5,000 Zen per bot. So you might as well still do 2. So that's why I do a lot of solos and a lot of 2 bots in zone 13. That's how I sort of run. Cool. And to give you an idea, just see how effective it is. Bit of a flex as well, not going to lie. Obviously. But even Grind Time was like, wow, when he saw this, when I saw him the other day. So, I have 1,847 Zen. I've actually spent a bit on tracks and upgrading into ability 11. So I used 750k. That'll go up this week to about 2.2 million. By the time the next ability 11 batch comes around, which is going to be another month probably, that'll easily be up to max again. But we have got 36 million XP there. Another 5 million there, so that's 41. Another 6 there, that's 47 million XP in reserve. Just through saving it, because I can't use it on ability 11 really, so just through not maxing out. So it's quite easy to get that Zen, as long as you put a bit of time into it. So, less waffling, more playing. So remember, cells will always regen. Once you use your bots, they don't regen. So you can waste cells. As long as you've got the time, you can waste cells. Don't worry about it. Your cells regen, your ore regens, everything regens apart from your bots. Your bots are the most sacred thing. Don't use bots unless you know you can beat that zone. You are better just backing out. Honestly, guys. Obviously, the more combiners you've got, the better. You can see that I've used a few. You one for War, Omega Supremes in the combined outpost, and I've used these two for farming then. So we've still got these guys there. And then by tomorrow, even by today, actually, I'll have Victorian back. And then by tomorrow, I'll have Volcanicus back, and we'll go again. And then even Defensor in 2 hours. So yeah, I'll probably do 1 or 2 runs tonight before bed, and then come tomorrow, I'm working. When I get home, I'll probably do another 2 runs, and then before bed, do another 2 runs again, and that's how I'll sort of run it. And that's me pretty much done. And then I'll do some resource farming ready for weekend. So we're going to use Superion. I'm not a big fan of Superion, but it's quite low level compared to the rest. You can see by the standing, but we'll go with Superion, I think. Going zone 13, like I said. So we are looking for ideally zone 12 HQ. I forgot what HQ they are. I think it's HQ 14. That's what we're looking for. If we get 15s, then it needs to be a powerful bot with some sort of healing ability or stun ability. So just because of HQ. So let's just check a minute. So yeah, HQ 16, sorry. We're looking for 15s. Oh god. I didn't even want that. I don't like playing on PC for this reason, that you just misdrop things. But we can fix that. We can fix it. But I know that Lynx can solo zone 16. That's why I don't mind dropping Lynx on this. We need to path Lynx up here. That's what we need to do. I didn't really want to take that wall out, but hey. Oh, great. We're about to make it combine now. Even better. This is going from bad to worse. I should have renamed this How Not to Zen Farm. Oh, Lynx is going to pop the outpost as well. Let's just put some smoke down on Lynx. Just protect him. Hope he can get away with it. He might not. It's going to be borderline, I think. Anti-air. Oh! So it's a good example. So yeah, I did misdrop it. But if you do that, back out. Don't try and rescue it. Don't try and drop another bot. Don't worry about it. Just back out, guys. Leader one's put should have popped the outpost for to combine it. Yeah, but I did panic a bit. I'm not gonna lie. But problem with that then is he probably died. Lynx doesn't have great health, does he? But yeah, I'm not happy with that misdrop. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, cool. Let's try again. I'll keep my finger well away from that button. Let's try again. It was a car crash, 6 action. It was definitely a car crash. If he got dropped higher and he path higher, then it's game over. It's easy HQ take up, but yeah, this drop. Okay, so analyzing the base. So we've got HQ 16 again. So we do need to take, if we get someone up there, so we've got Goldfire can get up there, Star Saber. We're looking at things that cover HQ. So what you'd normally do is, you wouldn't normally do this, you'd just know. So I know that all these defenses here can take it out. So this whole section here sort of needs taking out. It's a big section. So Goldfire does 2-7 damage. So these will all probably be taken out by Goldfire and Superior. So we could use Goldfire if he stretches. Star Saber's got a better stretch, so I might use Star Saber, get him up to there, get him over there, and then drop Superior on this side, take this out, and then finish off with Star Saber. That's the idea. I hate when it zooms in with the combiner. There we go. So let's finish them off over there. Let's take that out with this. I want to try and see that force ability for that bot and try and take it out if I can. If not, I can save it. Yeah, I'm going to use that now for that bot. Take it out. Get rid of the mortar so it's not doing damage to Star Saber. Let him finish it off. Cool. And then Star Saber can stun the HQ. And then we just fast forward. Always try and fast forward through the slow bits, guys. If you know you've won, fast forward it just to speed up the amount of battles you can get in with a combiner. Job done. So sometimes, if you're in zone 13 and you haven't got bots at like 60 plus, if you see a HQ 16, just back out. Don't worry about it. I mean, I'm quite lucky that there's only 15s and 16s, and some of these bots are very high level. But you know, when I start to go down to bots that are pre-60, once I see 16, I'll just back out and not bother. Grant, I've got a good point there as well. That's a good point, actually. He always takes a bot, a 3-star that he wants to level and puts it on. It's less XP for the bot you're using, but it's good for leveling your 3-stars and low-level bots. And that's why we need to put in... Where is it? Oh, I've already used Bumblebee. That's why. Is there anyone we need to level then? Let's have a look at any low-level bots. These are all 40, I think. We've got to do Scatter Shot, so we'll put Scatter Shot in there. And then we'll keep mixing that one up. Put something else in there. Who else can solo? Sandstorm can on certain bases. Let's go again. So obviously when I'm normally doing this without streaming, I'm normally a lot quicker with this. I'm normally flying through it really quickly. I want to explain things and go through things and why I'm choosing the bots that I am. So let's have a look at the base. This obviously XP here, that's an indicator of how hard the base is going to be. So you can see there that this base is level 15. So once we took all the defenses down, you've won. It can't attach HQ cores, so it's pretty easy. But we do need to take out this. I'd say all this section here from the maybe even the beams as well. So we need to take out this whole section from the mortars upwards. The mortars, the beams, the mortar there, and the launchers. So we're going to pop these, I think, regardless. Goldfire, I think could just reach from there, I think. Just about. I could put him in, actually. So yeah, we're going to use Goldfire. Going to use gold there. Going to pop all the outposts, but it doesn't matter. It's still HQ 15, so it's going to be low level as well. To see there, so already the launcher and the beam laser haven't been touched, so we do need to take them out. We just need to do some better damage to the rest of them if they don't go down. This is not looking good for Goldfire, I'm not going to lie. I see there's all the defenses out, but the outpost bots are still going to be around. Let's get Goldfire out of that there. Use a boost to help him out. And I don't think he's going to survive that. I don't think he's going to win that battle. Nope, he's not good enough. Now, I could easily drop Cup here and try and rescue it. But again, we're not going to waste a bot. We're literally going to retreat. Go fire, dead. Leader 1, put that's a Sandstorm base. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't really like bases like that with Sandstorm. I think he dies quite quickly, especially with outpost bots. He struggles beating them. Not a big fan of Sandstorm at all, sadly. Let's go again. Quite disappointed that I failed that base, actually. It's not good going. I bet I lose about 3 battles in my entire week of Zen farming. I've lost 2 already. one was a misdrop. This is a hard base, 60k. That's not a good sign. This could be a hard base. Okay, well, this is a HQ17, so even though everything else is low level, the point defense beam does 2,200 damage to a single target. It's going to absolutely annihilate your bots, especially with G-Metal, so I'm literally going to back out. I'm not even going to bother. Because even if I get a decent bot up there, it's going to take a lot of damage. Take that out. Sandstorm can solo zone 14 in the right base, but it really needs to be the right base with Sandstorm. If he gets stunned, he's dead. As you put. Ah, yeah, Leader 1's got a good point. It's 60k now because I've got 7 bots. But then look at that, that's 44k. So, you know, it is going to go up because I've used 1 bot. But 60k is still hard. That's a good point. 6-axing. My tips, it always goes wrong. It does. Okay, right. Now, this is a Sandstorm base because it can go up the side, go up the side, go up the side, go up the side, avoid the outposts. This is a Sandstorm base. All we're going to do is, see, it gets stunned, but luckily there's nothing there. Sandstorm it. Dodge the outpost, we're going to Sandstorm that. Then we're going to hit that. Then we're going to do 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 that. Now that's a Sandstorm base. I always look for bases that I can rush around the edge. Cool. It does heal very quickly. It does. He's 6310, so yeah. But yeah, I always go around the outside with him. Can I get one more in? You can normally get 6 battles in per combiner. But I have got a bit slow on our talking and stuff, so. I only end up with about 20 cells, normally. Oh yeah, I can get another one in here. I should have really filled my shuttle up first, because the last battle will probably do. But hey. Sandy was a war staple for Leader 1. He's never been for me. I've always liked Sandy. I like the idea of him and liked how he works and how much healing he does, but he just dies too quick. Okay, this is an easy solo base because of well, a defense star. So what we're going to try and do, I'm debating whether to use Elita or use Superior and then I can save Cup. Yeah, we're going to use Elita. I want to get in there. Can you go a bit closer? Thank you, Elita. That's the one. That's the ticket. Get her in there. Let's get over there. Do all this. Just remember it's 4-star, part of the 5-star. The 5-star, wipe that out. This is the 4-star, so. But hey, we can use combiner to finish it off. Take that out of there. Take that out of there. What do we need to take out? That. It's got the highest HP. We'll take that one out. We need to take that out. That's got a healing core. Let's take that out. Oh, no. That's not good. I don't really want to use a Titan beam for that. I could do that smoking now and just go pew pew pew. But come on, you can do it, Lita. Onyx has kicked in. Yeah, I knew there was a reason I put Onyx on her. Is that the 5-star or the 4-star? Have I got Onyx on the 4-star? Yeah. Oh, I've got Alita's core on the 5-star. That's why. Yeah, I thought it was a bit bizarre then. That's why. Can we get one more in? Very quickly. No. And we didn't even drop a scatter shot. We didn't even do that. But we have got someone coming out the cooker. Who could it be? Who could be coming out the cooker next? I wonder. No points for guessing. Yes, Computron's out at level 3, is it? 4. And we've got 1.5 million sparks, so he's going back in again. Straight back in. We upgraded him to a 4-star. He's now going to level 5. And like I said, we're putting all our efforts into this guy now. And can't wait until he's up to about level 16. Should take a few weeks, I think. I think about 4 weeks when he's up to level 16, and could be pretty cool. Got some crystals. What crystals have we got? We've got a G1 cores. Oh, there's some prems and freebies. Cool. Well, don't forget, guys, we are going to be doing some giveaways on Grind Time's stream. For those that have tuned in right to the end, all I want you to do is I want you to leave a comment in the comments. Leave a comment in the comment of my top 10 underrated bots video on your choice on the most underrated bot. And I'll be choosing a winner from those people to win a Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystal this weekend. So all you've got to do is go into my underrated bots video, leave a comment on which you think, no, on my underrated bots video. So go to my underrated bots video, leave a comment on which you think is the most underrated bot. You could agree with my video, you could think it's something else, and then just put in there your most underrated bot in your opinion. And I'll be choosing a winner on Sunday, and we'll also be doing a giveaway on Sunday as well. But Grind Time, we're picking the winners on Sunday. He'll be picking some random people, maybe doing a competition. We don't know yet. We'll see how it goes. But Grind Time, we'll be picking the winners on Sunday. So yes, 2 giveaways. One on Sunday, live, and one from my Best Bots channel. So just to clear up again, sorry, not Best Bots, underrated bots. So just to clear it up, go to my underrated bots video and put in the comments your underrated bot. Woo! Duplicate flak, and I'll be picking some random people to win some Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystals. But don't forget, Chris Taylor, you ain't gonna win. Oh, and a duplicate shrew. Hey, we're dropping some 3-stars here. But don't forget, putting it in this chat ain't gonna win you anything. Make sure you go and put it in the video's comments. Say it again, Jazz. Go and put it in the video comments. Go to my underrated bots video and put it in the comments there. Yep, just pick one bot on who you think is the most underrated. You can agree with me. You can pick someone else. Hey, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you go in there and you say that Blaze is the most underrated bot. It doesn't matter what bot you pick. What bot you pick doesn't matter. Just go in there and just put what you think is the most underrated bot on my underrated bots video. That's all you've got to do to win a Sunstreaker Wozza / Crystal, or be the chance of winning one. And we'll announce it Sunday live on stream with Grind Time, and Grind Time will also pick in some winners as well. So you've got two chances. Listen, if you've tuned in tonight and you tune in on Sunday, you've got one chance by putting your comment on the video, and then you could win on Sunday, and you could win on Sunday just for being in the stream. So go and put a comment in that video, and you've got two chances of winning if you join us on Sunday. Dead simple, dead easy. All right, well, thank you for everyone for tuning in. I hope some people have hopefully learned a bit about Zen farming, apart from Leader 1, who probably knows more than me by the sound of it. I hope people have learned a bit about Zen farming. I hope it helps you to get some more out of Zen farming. If it has, let me know. Let me know if it helped you. And if you've got any questions, don't be worried about coming to my server and putting the questions in there, and I'll try and clear some up for you. Yeah, thanks for everyone for tuning in. See you on Sunday. Don't forget for Grind Time's interview. See you then, guys. Thanks for watching, and peace out.